morning, everyone. I hope you all are having a fantastic morning wherever you are. We are getting snow again, snow and ice. I feel like it's just never gonna leave. Like it's just gonna be snow and ice for the rest of my existence. That's just the conclusion I've come to. Let me know how the weather is where you are. Let me know how your day is going. Let me know something good that's happened so far this week or what you have looking forward to. Let me know all that down below. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Carrington. Not your first time here, hi, welcome back. If you enjoy all things makeup, testing out new makeup, testing out old makeup, unboxings, trend mood boxes, sprinkling in some true crime here and there, and some book reviews, then definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of all my future uploads. Let's go ahead and let's dive on into the video. I did place a very large Sephora order. Yeah, I did. Half of it has come in. The other half should be getting here today. But I figured I got some pretty good stuff so far, and I will go over and I will do a Sephora haul with all of my products. It was a lot. I know, I'm just sitting here oh, Carrington. Whoops. But anyways, we have some great stuff to try out. So if you're like, well, what do we have to try out? Well, I'm glad you asked. I mean, really. So first we have the new Say powder. This is supposed to be translucent. We'll see. I've got the Milk Makeup, what is this? Rise Mascara, On the Rise Mascara. This is a very grippy, odd, I don't know, feel. Okay. And this is what the wand looks like. Then we have a couple other things from Milk. We have the Bionic Bronzer, and we have the Bionic Glow. Then we have the Shiseido. I waited forever for this to come into stock, by the way. Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Tint with Broad Spectrum SPF 20 Sunscreen. States it's for the face only. Okay. Then we have the Danessa Myricks Dewey Cheek and Lip Palettes. I've already got some thoughts on this, just so we are aware. And I haven't even used it yet, but I've already got some thoughts. Then we have the Natasha Denona, what is this called? Mini Crush Palette. I've got some thoughts on this as well. And it came with this cute little brush. So we've got that. And then the last things that we have is Natasha Denona also came out with 3 new lip liners that come with corresponding glosses, and they come with corresponding lipsticks. So we're definitely going to be trying out one of those. So we have a lot of things to try. So we're definitely going to be talking about some of the products, going over swatches, things like that, trying them out. So if you are excited to see what I think of these products, then definitely keep on watching. All right. I've got swatches of everything all over my arms. So let's go ahead. Let's just dive on into. So first up, we're going to dive on into this Natasha Denona palette. Now I will say, if you own every other Natasha Denona palette, you probably don't need this unless you just want a really compact version like this of all those shades. These are already pre-existing shades amongst her palettes. Some of these come from discontinued palettes. Some of them are in current palettes that she has that you can buy now. But let's go ahead and let's dive on in. So we have Daisy, we have Lotus, we have Koi, we have Soul, and then last is we have Claret. So here are all the shades for the eyeshadow palette. We're definitely going to be using all of those. Moving on into these Danessa Myricks Dewy Cream palettes. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just going to hold these up. I've already swatched, right? This one right here, I don't know as you can tell, is this it's super goopy and super soft. So it makes me a little bit nervous to use that. I'm not gonna lie. But first up, that really soft shade, we have Coquette, Sweet Cheeks, XOXO, Tease, and then we have, going on to the next palette, I feel like there's 5 in here, in each one. There's really not. There's only 4. We have Hush Hush, Nuditude, Wallflower, very last one, Top Secret. So I'm really nervous about the Coquette one and just how soft it is, like how well this is going to work out. Then for the Iconic bronzer, it's right here. It's definitely very, very warm, especially for this being the lightest that you have. It's really warm. This right here, if you can tell, is the Glow. For the lip liners, we have Peony 2. We have, oh man, these are hard to read, I'm not gonna lie. Kala, so this right here is Kala. And then very last one we have is Daphne. And then they come with corresponding like lip shades and they come with corresponding corresponding lipsticks and lip glosses. Wow, could not spit that out. So those are all of the swatches that we have. Let's go ahead, let's dive on into a look. I 100% want to use all of these shades that are in here, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with the very first shade right here called Lotus. I'm gonna load that up on a brush, has some kick up in the pan, and then we're just going to start slowly building this up. This is definitely going to need to be a shade that needs to be built. You guys, today my son turns 7. Like, my littlest baby is now 7. I have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. My girl is the oldest. She just turned 8 a couple months ago, and now my son is turning 7. Like, I cannot believe. I can't believe they're already turning into like little tiny people. I always get so emotional on their birthdays. I don't ever want them to grow up. I miss the baby snuggles, and I miss when they would get scared at night, like they would come crawl on my bed and just pass right back out. Like, I miss that. Like, when you are going through it, if you're a new mom out there, when you are going through it, it seems so hard and it seems like it's never going to end. But then one day, it does. And then you're just like, I wish it didn't end. That's where I'm at with this, where I'm just like, I wish this to not end. I'm going to take that Natasha Denona brush and we're just going to dip on into this shade right here. We're just going to deepen up the crease area and outer corner type area. So my son gets to bring like little like snacks in for like the kids to eat and enjoy his birthday, and he's really excited about it. He's so excited. I will say though, the other day I was talking to my daughter, like we were just, I was in my bedroom. What was I doing? I was doing something. Maybe I was like doing laundry or something, folding laundry, and my daughter comes in. Okay, first of all, I don't like how tiny this brush is, like how like short it is. But like the bristles are really nice and soft, so that's fine. But anyways, so I was like folding and putting away laundry, and she comes in, she's like, Mom, I need to tell you something. And I was like, okay, baby, yeah, you can tell me anything. And she goes, Mom, you gotta stop calling me baby, and you gotta stop calling me a little kid. I'm a big kid. I earned my stripes. And I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. Anyway, she then went on to tell me she has a boyfriend and that they are getting married. I said, well, okay. I was like, well, if you like him, you know, you still have the same feelings for him as an adult and you want to get married, I'm all for it. like, as long as he treats you nicely and makes you feel valued, I don't see the issue. She was like, okay, good. This is my first boyfriend, Mom. And I was like, I know, honey. So she's very excited to have herself a little boyfriend. Alright, then we're going to go into that darkest matte shade right here. I'm just going to take that on the same brush. We're just going to focus that mostly on like the outer corner. So my daughter has herself a little boyfriend. He did announce it to the whole entire class and my mother-in-law that he was interested. Oh, you guys, I placed another tumbler order. If you're newer here, I have an obsession with tumblers. And I mean like the tumblers that you like fill up with drinks and like drink out of. Except for I will buy tumblers and not use them. I just love them. Like so much. So I bought some more, and I bought some for like my mother-in-law and grandmother-in-law. And I really hope they like them. I can't wait for them to come in. I'll do a haul, like I'll do a tumbler haul when I get all my tumblers here and like show you guys, but I'm super happy and like super proud of these tumblers. And the person that I usually go to make my tumblers, there's actually two. One's located in Canada and one is located somewhere here in the United States. Really do like their tumbler options and quality. I don't really care for like the red being in here. I don't know why, I just don't care for it, but we're gonna use the red. We're gonna dive on into the red first, and we're just going to set here and just kind of build it up on like the middle to like outer portion of the eye. I'll go on like the inner to middle, or yeah, the inner to middle. This one's definitely more like kind of like a topperish kind of pinky shade. Not a ton of like pigment. Just one that'll need to be built up. It's a really beautiful shade though. So now we're going to move on to the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self Refreshing. I have already cleaned up underneath my eyes, and I have primed my skin with the products from my Shop My Stash, which is my e.l.f. Mint Primer and the Beauty Bakery Butter Stick Primer as well. So this is in the shade Fair. This active ingredients of octinoxate, titanium dioxide. Do not use on damaged or broken skin. Keep out of eyes. Stop use if irritation occurs. Keep out of reach of children. If swallowed, get medical help right away. Are these on all foundations? Because this just seems really like excessive. So it comes with like this little like squeeze tube. Let's squeeze out a little bit. Pumped out just a little bit. Does this look like a good shade match? That is a really good shade match, truthfully. Okay. And then I like to use a sponge, so I'm just going to take my damp. So next we're going to move on into the Milk Bionic Bronzer Time Travel. Is that what this is called? Time Travel? I'm guessing this is called Time Travel. It's the only thing I see that says anything about a name. And this has 17 mils. And I'll take like the bottom of my sponge and just kind of blend it out. I hope it doesn't like blend away though. So here are these. I want to go in with this one, and I want to go in with this shade right here, which is called Tease. I'm just going to take the back of my sponge, pick a little bit up, and start blending this out. I feel like I went a little bit too crazy with it right here. Okay, so I will say these are very bright. They are very pigmented. They do blend out nicely. They leave a little bit of dew to the skin. But if you have like a lighter cream bronzer, you may have to go back in. Next up, we have the Bionic Glow. This is in virtual. Here's the part that's like weird to me. Did I buy like 2 different sizes, or do they just, like, these are the sizes that they come with? Like, here's the thing, I'm like, eh. So this has 17 mils and it's a bronzer. This has 26 mils and it's a light glow. And here's the part where I'm just like, this doesn't make sense to me, and this may just be a me thing, but I feel like I use more bronzer than I would like a highlighter or a glow. So the fact that like this is okay. Okay, so now I just want to set like underneath my eyes. I don't want to set like the rest of my face. I just kind of want to leave this like dewy and glowy. So I have the Say translucent powder. That's the part I'm nervous about, is like, is it translucent though? I do like, however, that it tells you how to like open and like close it. So let's take out, I'll put a little bit. Okay. Okay. So upon first impression of this powder, it's got some like micro fine like glitter particles in it. Not my favorite. Going into the mascara. Very excited to see how well this goes. The brush is very large. It has a odd scent to it. Like, I've never noticed a strong scent in my mascaras, but this one definitely has it. I feel like it has like that strong scent though, and I feel like the brush is kind of uncomfortable. Now we need to decide on a lip. This is probably the part that's going to be like the hardest. So we have a very light pink. Let's see how well this would look. Okay, so that's just like a nude. And we've got this. That one could actually be cute. So the one so far I like is Daphne. Put Daphne to the side. And the last one is this one is Kala. This is a little bit too big. Alright, so here's our lip combo. Alright, so here is the completed and final look. What do you guys think of everything that we tried? Do you like the way this looks? Do you not? It's definitely like a very like cream, glowy, pinkish kind of a look. But let's go ahead and let's just kind of dive on into some of my thoughts. So first things first with this Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Tint. I will say this does have like a very like natural skin finish. I don't feel like it was extra like glowy or dewy. I felt like it had some pretty decent coverage for this being marketed as a tint, I felt like it did have some coverage. I wouldn't say it was like a ton. I also didn't try layering up to see if you could get more coverage. It's kind of an expensive product, and I will have like prices of everything linked up throughout the video. I just feel like for how much as it is, it just doesn't really feel like there's a ton of product in here. In terms of this eyeshadow palette, I do like the look that I created. I think it came out beautiful. I would say if you own all the other Natasha Denona palettes, you don't really need to run out and get this, because these are already existing shades. It's not like they're new shades. They just took ones from existing shades and made it into more of like a Valentine's Day collection. If you really have any Natasha Denonas, or you really do prefer having like these nice little compact ones, then definitely go ahead and pick it up. The quality was nice. Like, I created a great look. I used all 5 shades. I don't know why I was going to say 3. I used all 5 shades. It came out beautifully. It looks nice pink. I think it, you know, stands up to the Natasha Denona formula. So, you know, I would say if you own all of them, you don't need this. But at the same time, if you don't have a lot of her palettes, this color story appeals to you, or you just like having like this shade selection in this tiny of a little compartment thing, go ahead and get that. In terms of this Say translucent powder, this is not translucent. This is super yellow. My under eyes look very yellow. I don't like that it has some microfine glitters in it. It's almost like, kind of almost in a way borders on like it could be used for like a highlight. It's not terrible or anything, but like I wish it was a little bit lighter, especially for this being labeled as like translucent. When I think of translucent, I think of something that's going to be like white and be able to like sink in. This is like banana, and that's a little bit too deep for me, so not my favorite. I do like the way that it opens and closes. You get 4 grams of product in here, or 0.14 ounces. Again, I feel like that's a lot. That's not a lot for the price that you pay, but I do think the packaging is nice. I just wish they didn't have the microfine glitters in it and then it wasn't so yellow. Okay, so these little Natasha Denona lip and cheeks, I honestly wouldn't really ever put these on my lips, to be perfectly honest. I would probably only do it on my cheeks. These are definitely very pigmented, so I need to be a little bit more mindful of it the next time that I go in, because I feel like I did go in with a little bit too much on this side, and I was like, well, it's too late now. So I had to go in with that much on that side, and then I had to build up my bronzer. And so these definitely are very, very pigmented. You don't need a lot. The one issue that I'm having, and I didn't even really use it, is this shade right here is just like so soft and goopy. Like, it's just so goopy, whereas the other ones aren't. I feel like it's only exclusive to that one shade. I mean, I still feel like it's really nice, creamy, blends out. That's not the issue. It's just like how goopy it is. And for me, you know, having like a very like cream based day, I think that would be fine. But if I was ever going to go over it with powder, I could see where that could create some issues, where that could create some like texture issues, some like balling up, some pilling, some like disruption. I could see where that could be an issue, but I think it's just like subjective just to that one. You know, I'm feeling my face now. The blush does still have some tackiness. I wouldn't say it's like a lot. Like the bronzer doesn't really feel like it has a lot of tackiness. Where I put the highlight, not a lot, but right here with the blush, I can still feel quite a bit of tackiness. So I would have to definitely try these out with like applying some powders on top and see what happens. But just for having like a very like dewy, glowy cream day, not any powders on top of it, it's really beautiful. All right, in terms of this bronzer, I think it's really, really beautiful. It definitely is warm. This is definitely a bronzer. This is not one where you can go in and like cream contour with. This is definitely a cream bronzer. It's definitely on the very warm side. Especially because like this is like the lightest shade that they have, which I always have to get like the lightest shade. So it definitely is like the lightest shade that they have, but it's still just very warm. So definitely, this is definitely a bronzer. It's not even marketed as like a contour. Like, it definitely says Bionic bronzer, and that's what it does. I think it's really, really beautiful. I think it gave like a very nice, natural, radiant look to the skin. I think it looks, you know, really beautiful like in person on camera. So I really like this. You know, this one's okay. I'm not like in love with it. Like, it's a cream bronzer, a cream highlight. Sorry, cream highlight. I'm not usually a huge fan of cream highlights. I will use them occasionally. I really like the Jaclyn Hill one. I feel like this is like a really good cream bronzer if you're looking for like that natural cream look. I think it's fine. But again, my issue was like the only option that they had for somebody as light as me was kind of like this more like pinkish. the Virtual, which is more of like a pink. They didn't really have anything that was like nice and icy or champagne. And so like, I think I'm just like kind of like salty that they didn't have those options for me and my skin tone. So pink was my only option. And it's like, I think it applies fine. Like it looks beautiful, you know, doesn't have any like stick or tack to it. It's definitely very beautiful. Looks like a lit from within. It looks like I did my skincare. Like that's just what it looks like. And I think that it's fine. I'm just a little bit salty that like pink was my only option. In terms of this mascara, it's definitely not a favorite. It is definitely not a favorite. The wand is just very, very large and thick. So that was one issue. And then it just kind of hurt. Going onto my lashes, I just felt it was a little bit painful. I have like tons of like little like fallouts from the mascara all over my face. And you know, did 2 coats, and I think it looks okay for 2 coats, but it's definitely just not my favorite. And it had a scent, like it was very scented, almost kind of like it had a nut scent to it. Like, does it say anything about like it having nuts in it or something? I don't know. It kind of smelled like, it didn't smell the best, and it was super strong. Like, I've never had a mascara smell that strongly before, so I wasn't a huge fan of that. I mean, it was just like, I would probably skip over this, truthfully. There's better mascaras out there, especially for the price, so I would totally just skip this. In terms of like the Natasha Denona stuff, so like the lip liners, I love her lip liners. They are creamy, they are pigmented, they do have really good staying power. I really liked like the different options. You get like a very, very pinky nude, you get like a beige nude, and you get like a very like pink kind of like color. I like the staying power. I love like the bullet lipsticks. Like these feel really nice and weighted. I love like the magneticness to it, how easy it goes. Like it's just so beautiful. They smell incredible. They're comfortable. The glosses are the same thing. That they're very, very, very comfortable. They're very like a natural shine, like like they're not like super high shine, you know, as if you had like little glitter specks in it to make them more high shine. But I think they're very beautiful, natural, making my lips look very like healthy and plush. So overall, I would say we had a pretty good testing day. I'm gonna go ahead and start editing this video, so hopefully you guys will see it here shortly. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely give this video a thumbs up. If there's any new makeup out that you would like for me to test, let me know. I have the new Alien Cosmetics collection, which is now Unearthly Cosmetics, the Sleepover collection. I got the pre-order, that's coming. I've got more Sephora makeup, Ulta makeup. I've got tons of things to try. If there's something new on the market that you would like for me to try, or maybe older on the market you would like for me to try, leave that down below. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up. This lets me know you like testing new makeup. This lets YouTube know. If this is your first time here or a millionth time here, you have not yet hit that subscribe button, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell so you can join this dumpster fire family, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!